I've decided Jason Statham movies don't even need trailers anymore. Just give us 2.5 minutes of black screen with the words, "This is a Jason Statham movie." We'll get the rest. Homefront, aka Parker, aka Crank, aka The Transporter. It's the latest Jason Statham Mad Lib where you take the action star, choose your threat, this time a meth dealer, pick a loved one to protect, this time a young daughter, and then fill in with the final showdown, which I won't give away here because, you know, spoilers and stuff. But here's the thing about doing Mad Libs. Sometimes they actually work. And Homefront, surprisingly enough, seems to read pretty well. So why is that? Well, first off, Jason Statham is becoming the go-to action star of this generation for a reason. He's really good at that whole reluctant butt kicker thing, and even has a nice soft touch to give those movies a bit of heart. In fact, he's the best thing about these movies, and his strengths get a real chance to shine here as well. Of course, it also helps that he's pitted up against a pretty great performance by James Franco, whose grinning villain brings a great energy and menace to the screen. I think it's also important to note that the script was written by the often underestimated Sylvester Stallone, who wrote a pretty intense action vehicle here and one that seems to pull on the heartstrings even as it doesn't pull any punches. I will say though, if Homefront does err on that action-heart balance, it may lean a little bit too much on the emotional heart side. There were a few brief moments where I found myself itching for the next bout of fisticuffs. It's almost felt like at points they didn't quite trust that we really understood the backstory, so they kept piling it on. The other thing I had an issue with, and we can call it the worst thing, is that many of those fight scenes took place in the dark and weren't shot in anywhere where you could really see what was going on. This is not okay. If Jason Statham is going to be beating on some bad guys, I want it in broad daylight. This little fight of mine, you gotta let it shine. Quit hiding that stuff under bushels, man. Sorry, went a little Sunday school there. Point being, even if you're going to shoot a night fight, make sure that we can tell what's going on. Overall, Homefront is a textbook R-rated Statham flick with some great action and a great heart. Even if some of the fighting is a bit too hard to see, what is visible makes for an aggressively intense adventure. I give it a B. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. But first, I'm going to put some stuff up over here that you can click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I would much appreciate, you can do so by clicking on the big gray subscribe button. You want to see more reviews? You can click over here to see reviews of Oscar hopefuls Philomena and The Book Thief, or the new Coen Brothers movie, Inside Llewyn Davis. You can also click the logo up here to go to yourmoviefriend.com, where you can search by title for more reviews. And finally, this review's best ever challenge, where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. How about this time you tell me the best movie ever where a little girl is in danger? Mine is probably obvious this time, but involves a kidnapping after a piano lesson. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments. First person to guess mine correctly gets a point. Also, don't forget to subscribe.